Parts of Britain are being lashed by high winds and heavy rain as Storm Imogen moves in. Southern England and South Wales are expected to face the brunt of gales, which have already hit 93 miles per hour at the Needles off the Isle of Wight. Morning rush hour will be especially impacted, and the strongest winds could affect the M4 and M5 motorways later, the Met Office said. There is travel disruption, with some cross-channel ferries cancelled. Rail travel may also be affected and drivers have been warned that conditions could be difficult. The Met Office has issued an amber be prepared wind warning for Wales, southwest England, London, and southeast England and says coastal areas could see giant waves and localised flooding. Gusts in southwest England may reach 80 miles per hour, with high winds sweeping across the Bristol Channel area to Cardiff and Bristol. Gusts of 73 miles per hour and 69 miles per hour have been recorded in Avonmouth near Bristol and in the Isle of Portland in Dorset respectively. There are more than 65 flood warnings in place in England and Wales, meaning flooding is expected, and more than 200 flood alerts, meaning flooding is possible. Rush hour disruption. Met Office forecaster Craig Snell said, people should be prepared for disruption to travel on roads, rail, bridges, and ferries, and we could see possible damage to structures and downed trees, risk affecting power. The wind will be combined with some hefty showers with some thunder along the south coast. Travel problems so far include ferry services from operators including P&O and Brittany are cancelled and delayed. The M48 Severn Bridge has been closed in both directions to high-sided vehicles because of high winds, although the M4 Second Severn crossing remains open. South West Train says its services will run at a reduced speed between 11 o'clock and 1500 hours o'clock GMT, when the wind is expected to be particularly strong, adding up to 30 minutes to some journeys. Routes affected include those between Southampton and Weymouth and Portsmouth and London via Haslemere and Guildford. It says the first timetabled train on some routes may not operate, and there may also be changes to the number of carriages on some services. Southern says speed restrictions will be in place on some of its routes from 11 o'clock GMT as a safety precaution. It advised that disruption is highly likely. Great Western Railway says its trains will run at reduced speed, and services across the network may be delayed or revised until 1745 GMT. A stretch of the A35 bypass at Dorchester has been closed by flooding. Gary Webb, of Highways England, said, "We would encourage drivers, especially those driving high-sided vehicles, motorcycles or considering a trip with a caravan, to consider driving conditions before setting off as they could be difficult. If you do have to make a journey by road, be prepared, plan your journey in advance and check the latest weather conditions along your route. Be aware of sudden gusts of wind, and give high-sided vehicles, caravans, and motorbikes plenty of space. In the event of persistent high winds, we may need to close bridges to traffic for a period, so please be alert for warnings of closures and follow signed diversion routes. This could affect the Severn crossings and structures as far east as the QEII Bridge at Dartford," Highways England said. Forecasters said winds would gradually ease through the afternoon and evening.